What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Mariners again, and this is kind of a mixture of just a check-in slash a follow-up on a previous video that I made. I'm going to put it up on the screen here, thanks to editing, and yeah, I just want to say maybe Jerry Dipoto has it right. So let's get into it. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alrighty, so if you've watched that video, you know that I went off in that video. It's a half an hour long video. I was in my feels. Said some pretty harsh things. If you haven't watched the video and want to, I'll leave a link in the description below. And and also you get to hear me rage. You get to hear the rage side of me, like that video, like that DS Gridge video. You get to hear that part. You get to hear that side of me. So if you're down for that video's for you. But in that video, if you don't want to watch it, in that video I basically went off on Jerry Dipoto and Hollander and Stanton, but mainly Dipoto, for the way he's been handling things. I mean, and the comments he said. Mainly the comments he said, though. The 54%, he's doing us a favor by asking us to be patient. And honestly, looking on it 8 months in the future, I think he is onto something by saying we need to be patient with him because of our farm system. So this is what I have here. These are our prospects. So a lot of these guys are not even top 20 in the league, but that is fine. They can be slept on. Cole Young, Harry Ford, Cole Emerson, Lazaro Montes, Felnin Celestine, I think. And just more of these guys. Ty Pete, Locklear, who's already, in the MLB. Our farming system is looking very, very bright. And I know I've been seeing rumors that we could go after Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox. And while I would be okay with that because he's 26, 4 years left on his deal, low salary per year, I don't know if he can stay healthy. He just came back from an injury, but he is good when he's healthy. So I feel like it'd be worth it. But at the same time, I also think that we would be okay with homegrown players. Lazaro Montes is leading single A in pretty much in a lot of categories. He's batting .330 right now. I think that's insane. That's the trajectory that Jordan had when he was going through the minors. So I feel like Celestine, okay, here we'll just take a look at 332. Oh my goodness, he has 13 home runs, nearly 1 OPS, 1000 OPS. 571 slugging, 427 on base percentage. This guy is a menace. He is a menace. And him with Julio out in the outfield would end the league. Seriously. Assuming he continues the way he's playing, he goes into AA and he's destroying AA, goes into AAA, rakes there. This guy can be a massive thing for us. A Felnin Celestine, or the pick that we had got last year. Look at him, 310 in rookie. He's destroying rookie right now. 902 OPS, and I've been seeing some experts have been saying that this dude has a higher ceiling than Julio. He's a shortstop too, and we need that, especially once JP, either we let JP walk in free agency or we trade him, we're going to need a next shortstop, and this guy can be it. He can be it. So that's the reason why, as I'm kind of leaning towards, do not trade for Luis Robert Jr. Keep with what you have right now, because what we have right now is looking promising. And I believe that Jerry Dipoto is onto something by telling us to be patient. Like, I mean, look at this right now. We don't have these guys are, while these guys are brewing in the farming system, we're leading the division by 6.5 games, and we're looking really, really good. Entering this first third of the season. So we're already, a third of the season's already gone through, and we're looking pretty good. So I believe that this is huge about who we have. And then pitching. You think pitching's going to be? No. Logan Evans, man. Look at this dude. 55 innings pitched, 114 ERA. Like, I think he got moved to the bullpen because he's probably going to come up. We're probably going to need to use him in our bullpen because we're short on people in bullpen. Gregory Santos is hurt. Munoz has been hurt because he's been dealing with that back injury. Matt Brash is out for the year. So we're missing some people, man. And we need bullpen help. So Bauman's been mid. I know we DFA'd Kirby Snead and Matt Bowman. Like, some of the guys that we've got, Voth has been mid to bad. Like, the guys that we picked up have not really helped us. They've putting us in dangerous spots. So we need someone that can step up, and I believe Logan Evans can do it this year. He's projected to come up in 2026, but I believe he can do it way sooner than that. I mean, this dude has the ability. This dude has the makings of a really, really elite pitcher. So our pitching's fine. This guy, he can develop. Jeter Martinez. I haven't really heard much about him, but there's nothing on him. Some of these guys are like rookies, so we don't have any stats on him. I mean, look at this dude. 2024, he's in AAA. 11 innings pitched, 60 innings pitched. Sorry, 255. Like, he's destroying a single A plus right now. So we have pitchers farming. Like, we have pitchers building up in this farm. So if you think that what we have right here with Kirby, with Gilbert, with Miller, with Wu, unfortunately he has to get that MRI, and I hope he's doing well. But if you think that's the end of it, no, we got more coming. So, and then we got hitters coming. Ty Pete, he's been doing well in single A. Ty Pete, he's only 18 and he's in single A, and he's hitting 283, which is really, really good. Locklear, he's in the MLB, hitting 222 so far. Not bad. Pretty good for, See, we got people. We have people, and I think we should be patient. So I think that we're in a really good spot. If we do go get Luis Robert Jr. or go get Vlad Guerrero or someone, we would have to give up Celestine. I would really hate it if we gave up Lazaro Montes. So I really hope we do. I feel like our untouchables. I feel like honestly our untouchables should be, honestly, Harry Ford, Lazaro Montes, and Felton Celestine. Maybe Cole Anderson. I don't know. Anderson's pretty good too. So he's been hurt. So, but he's also good. So I don't know if you want to really get rid of him. But for a player like Vlad Guerrero or Luis Robert Jr., I'd say go for it. Just do not give up Lazaro, and don't give up. I don't think you should give up these guys. Lazaro and Felton, you cannot give up these guys. These guys, if you give up these guys, you'll be making a massive mistake. These guys are going to be insane when they make the MLB. So definitely hold on to these guys. I would hope I would hope Dipoto was thinking the same thing I'm thinking. It's like, yeah, Lazaro and Felton, you got it. You're going to stay. Sorry if you heard that, but yeah. So overall, like I said, Toto might have it right, and honestly, maybe we should be patient and just enjoy what we have right now. Like I said, we are 9 games above 500, best season best. We're leading our division by 6.5 games, but we have these guys brewing in our farming system. Just imagine how that's gonna look in the next couple years when these guys start trickling in on the team and establish themselves. Like, this team can be like, he wants Dipoto, he wants us to be like the Astros. He wants us to have continued success rather than like the Rangers, putting all of your eggs in one basket. And honestly, I'm starting to see that now by taking a look at our prospects. So, but moving on, I'm gonna just talk about what's been going on since I last made a video about the Mariners, which wasn't too long ago. But I've been looking at our hitting, and it's still torrid as always. We lead the league in strikeouts, so that's fun. But the thing is with runs. Excuse me, sorry. With runs, we're 21st. We're tied at 21st. So we've actually gotten better. We're averaging, I actually calculated it, we're averaging 3.86 runs per game. And we have an ERA of 3.55. So yeah, we have an ERA of 3.55, and we're scoring 3.89 runs per game. Honestly, the reason why I'll say 3.89 runs per game instead of 4 is because 3.8. I interpret 3.89 runs per game as we are more likely to score 4 runs per game, or 4 runs in a game, than 3 runs in a game. Versus, like, if we're at 4 runs per game, we are scoring 4 runs per game on any given night. But that's the way I look at it. Maybe I'm sure that's how the rest of the league looks at it too, and I'm just slow. But that's the way I look at it. 3.55 ERA, pretty good. 7th. Pitching solid. We've had a couple bumpy games the past few games, especially against the Royals. The Royals have give us nightmares, that series, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. That first game, I'm sorry. Like, Scott, what are you doing, bro? Like, 8-0 lead, and you choked that. The same thing happened last year against the Royals. So, like, what are we doing? We cannot be doing that. Like, seriously, that's just hurting ourselves. We're hurting ourselves by doing that. So, like, a 6.5 game lead could be a 7.5 game lead. You know, that stuff could come back and creep. That stuff could creep and come back and creep up on you. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm fumbling. And we don't want that. So, yeah, definitely cannot let that happen. And these White Sox games, you cannot be winning the way that we've been winning. Like, 2 back-to-back comeback wins. As much as I like it, and it's nice to see comeback wins, you can't have that against the worst team in the league. You gotta show dominance, man. I know. Okay, yesterday is an exception because Ryan Wu was out, and so we brought up Jonathan Diaz, who, by the way, pitched 6 good innings in my opinion. Then again, it is the White Sox, so I don't know if he'd only allow 3 runs against a really good team, but he put us in a position to win, and we did. So, let's see. Yeah, the first game of the series, that was unacceptable. Like, we were down 4-0. We had no runs up until the 8th. I mean, yeah, we kicked it into gear at an 8th inning, but we just can't let that happen. You can't go 8 innings scoreless against the worst team in the league, especially, you can't. So, and then even yesterday, we literally went up against a pitcher in his MLB debut, I believe, and he only allowed 2 runs against us. Like, come on. But hey, our offense is still scoring more here. You know what? Our offense has been scoring a lot more recently, and I'm gonna go last 15 days. So we are 8th in the league in the last 15 days. In runs. We've scored 60 runs in the last 50 days. So our offense, ever since we fired Brant Brown, our offense has gotten better. So Brant Brown, it seems like, I think it is safe to say, even though it's still a small sample size, but it's growing larger by the day. I think it is safe to say that Brant Brown was the issue. He was the problem. Because as soon as he's fired, and now we're scoring runs left and right. Yeah, no, that's not a coincidence. So I'm glad that Dipoto and Hollander made that move to get rid of him, because that has definitely helped this offense for sure. Our strikeouts are still bad. Our batting average is still abysmal, but we're getting runs in and we're winning games. So as long as we get runs in and win games, that's all that matters, in my opinion. Honestly, it's like the NFL. It's not yards that win games; it's points that win games. So even if our batting average is the third worst, the sixth worst in the league, as long as we're getting runs in, who cares? So, because our pitching is going to take care of the rest on more likely than not. So, that's huge. So today, I would want us to win the series. Make the series win official, and then tomorrow, if we win today, go for a sweep tomorrow. We cannot be losing games to these guys. We almost did twice, and we cannot let that happen. So today we have to show dominance. We have to beat these guys, the White Sox, and because we got to face the Rangers, and we do not want to be messing around with the Rangers. I know we have a 6.5 game lead on them, but I'm not taking any chances, and neither should the Mariners. You need to. This is your chance to really put yourself further ahead. This is your chance to really separate yourself from the division. If we can win 2 out of 3 against the Rangers and get to like 8.5 games above, have a 8.5 game lead above them, perfect. But first, we need to get through this White Sox series. I would want us to sweep. The Dodgers are probably going to sweep the Rangers. We'll see. Yesterday was probably embarrassing for the Ranger Nation. So they're probably going to lose today, but they're probably not going to allow 15 runs. So, but yeah, we have to win today and we have to win tomorrow. At least win the series. Even if you can lose today, win tomorrow, or win today, lose tomorrow, win the series. But if we do win the series, you got to go for the sweep. So, but looking at the rest of our schedule, I am going to look ahead after saying that. So today we have Miller on the mound versus Cannon. We are favored by the money line is minus 255, so we are heavily favored. Castillo is up on Thursday or tomorrow, and then on Apple TV on Friday we have we have the Rangers in Seattle, and then we have Fox on back to back. Like, I can watch both of these games, which is pretty nice. Kirby, and then Gilbert. We will face Heaney, Eovaldi, and Dunning. So good pitchers. Huge series against Cleveland. Very huge series against Cleveland, and I'll say why in a second. So, as you know, the top 2 division winners in the league, each league will receive buys. So right now we're leading the division. We're trying to go for the division. But we want to take it a step further, and we want to go for a bye. So right now, we are only like maybe 3 or 4 games behind Cleveland for the second best record in the AL. If we can catch them and surpass them, we'll be in a really good position to receive a bye, along with winning the division. So, which is why we have to win these games. We have to win these games. We have to win the White Sox. We have to win against the Rangers. We have to win those games there when entering that series. So if we can go including today, if we can go for the next 5 games, if we can go at minimum 3-2, that's fine. So, but I would really want us to go 4-1 or potentially win 5 straight. But I'm okay with 4-1 or potentially 3-2. But we cannot be dropping games to the White Sox or the Rangers. So, but yeah, we want that top wild card spot. We're only a few games out, so I'd say go for it. The Rangers and the Astros, they're only 3.5 games and 4.5 games out of the wild card, respectively. Not looking good for either of them, but we'll see what happens. Let's see, D-backs only a half game out. Wow. But yeah, definitely have to take advantage of that, because then after that we'll have a little bit of an easier ride. Because that it is a road trip, but we'll have Miami, and we can't take Miami like easily. We can't take them lightly, because they will surprise you. I've seen that, like when they face the D-backs. And then we got Tampa Bay. They're not really doing so hot this year, but still can't take them lightly. And then Minnesota, Baltimore, Toronto, San Diego, and then in LA. So that's the first half. I'm not going to really talk about too much of the second half. Just literally just look through it. Yeah, so huge series, but I will say, no matter what, huge series here, huge 4-game series here, huge 3-game series. Honestly, all of these last 9 games here are huge, because they're division games, and these 6 right here are particularly huge. And I feel like the Yankees is a good series too, that I feel like we need to win as well. Honestly, yeah, this entire like last stretch from Thursday, September 12th to the 29th, huge stretch for us. So I feel like no matter what position we're in, that we need to capitalize, that we need to, run away with. So, but that's like further down the line. I don't have to worry about that. But I think that's all I have for this video. Like I said, Jerry Dipoto, I think you might have it right, and like I said, I think we should just be patient and just see what happens. Let's ride out the end of this year, see how it goes, see where a potential division title could take us, and then go on from there and potentially build on that. So, yeah, like I said, I think that's all I have for this video. I'll probably make another. I don't know when I'll make another video on something. Maybe I'll make a video on the Storm. I could do the D-backs. I definitely, like I said, I gotta do the Kraken, because I really only have, I think I've only made like 1 video on them, and I need to make more videos on them. So, but I want to get all Seattle Storms involved, so I'll probably start doing more Kraken videos. I'll start doing some Storm videos. And I recently I saw that the NBA has renewed their media deal, so there is potential. They're going to be looking to expand the NBA. So I'm hoping Seattle gets that team, and we bring back the Supersonics, because Seattle needs the NBA needs Seattle, and Seattle needs the NBA, and the NBA needs Seattle. So yeah, but stay tuned for more videos coming out soon. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Mariners and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day, and go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken, and honestly, go Storm.